Kirsten Fowler. I'm the Executive Director of the Asphalt Pavement Association of Indiana, and I've been in the industry for about 12 years now. I started as an intern when I was a college student and was a student in 2008, so couldn't find an internship very easily and somehow ended up at an asphalt contractor. I thought, I'll try this for a summer, and then just absolutely loved what my experience was, the people that I met, and ended up going back all of my summers in a row and then hired on full time. And from there, one of the things I'm really passionate about, because I really could have benefited from it, is having a network of women or even just a mentor that I could look to learn from, ask questions, and to see someone further along in their career that I could aspire to be. So, for me, I remember going to, management and saying, are there any women that are in any sort of operations or, executive or project management type roles? And there were none, and, at a pretty large company. And so, had I been able to connect with someone, at another contractor or within the industry, it could have really made a difference for me and what my career trajectory could have looked like. So we've established the Women of Asphalt branches. We now have 12 of them around the country. And the goals of those have been to create local communities of women where they can come together, mentor, and inspire one another. So for me, I've been passionate about seeing the connections that have been made. We've had women from, field roles, all levels of backgrounds, very different, amounts of experience, and yet they come together with that, common connection of being, in a male-dominated industry and really, getting value out of meeting and knowing one another. So as we've set up these branches around the country, I really describe it as being kind of like a three-step process. The first thing is to make sure that you have at least 2 to 4 women within your state that are able to champion the effort, that are excited to help lead the initiative. It's a process to get these branches up off the ground, and moving to where they're active and having events and have that outreach. So that's the first thing is to find, those women within your state to lead the effort. The second thing is to get with your state Asphalt Pavement Association, if that does exist, to make sure that their staff is excited about it and supportive of it, and understand that it will take a little bit of work and time to help grow and develop that branch. And then to make sure that their board of directors is going to be supportive of the initiative. That's really the third and maybe the key step. And coming from the side of being at ASAPA, of being in that executive director role as a woman, and then going to a board of all men, it was really exciting for me to see the initiative and the interest that our board members had in getting a Women of Asphalt branch launched in Indiana. So, I don't know that any of us would have imagined we would, get 12 of these going in just a year and a half. But here we are, and we have, another 2 to 4 in the works. And just at our booth this week at World of Asphalt, we've had, another 10, 15 women from all different states come forward and ask questions and want to see if it's a possibility for their state as well. Yeah, so I had a wonderful experience through the mentor-mentee program that I participated in. My mentee was in Arizona. We hadn't ever met or crossed circles of any sorts, through our background. And we were able to actually the same age, both 34 years old, and we, met together and just shared kind of our stories, challenges. We read a couple of books throughout the year together, and we would talk about that. We talked a lot about understanding empathy within our jobs. That was one of the main things that came through a lot of those meetings that we had. And while my job is a lot more of being in front of people and leading meetings and doing some of that communication, those skills were ones that were really challenging for her, versus she comes from an HR background to where she works with all kinds of people, handles all sorts of challenges. And so she was so inspiring to me, as to what she's done to really connect people, and through COVID, what her role had been like. So I think it wasn't just this mentor-mentee relationship, we mutually, benefited from that. I always would say I got more out of it than what she did, but no, it was such a good experience. So I would encourage any women, regardless of how many years you've been in this industry, if you're brand new and what your role is, all the way from executives and presidents to entry-level women, to consider joining and being a part of Women of Asphalt. I've seen it become this community of women that you come together, we know one another, we share experiences, we inspire one another, and I've really seen, I guess from afar, those connections been made. So like, I know we did an event in Indiana where we paired people up who had maybe different levels of experiences, different years of experiences, but those same roles. And seeing the conversations that happened, and someone would share a story and someone else says, yes, I did, went through that same exact thing. That's what I found really inspiring to watch, through the Women of Asphalt community that we've built. I guess I would say a few of my favorite parts about the asphalt industry are just the helpful, hardworking, honest, men and women that you see that are part of building our roads that all of us use each and every day. So to get to be a part of that and to watch that, and to have been able to form relationships with just all of the amazing people I've met has been my favorite part about working in the asphalt industry.